Okay, so this is what we have at the moment. So here we can open our inventory of all the ingredients, and I can drag and drop potatoes or chickens, apples, whatever I need. So now here I have the recipe, chicken potato soup. So this apple is wrong, but the potato and the chicken is right. And then I need to start cooking. So for now, what I want to do is here, if I restart, now that these are the ingredients I need. When I drag and drop a potato, I need to show something to show that chicken is added, and sorry, potato is added. And when I drag and drop the chicken is added. So down here I need to show something like ready to cook. So yeah, so to do that we need to capture the event where we drop this. So here, let's go to our blueprints and the UI. Most of the things are happening in this widget blueprints here, WBP recipe, and this is the part where we add items, ingredients in the recipe. So also here in the inventory I already have this on item released function, which is tied to let me check on item released to these event on item released dispatch. This is bound to whatever the item that we drag and drop, and once we drop it, this on released function is called. So here we check if we are dropping something, and we spawn the relevant item and drop it to the pot. So this is a good place to notify the recipe widget that we have dropped some item. So here, let's go to the recipe. I update this list in the initialize recipe. So here I have this ingredients list, which is a list of names. So if I have another array that represents all the ingredients that we have already dropped into the pot, then here we can check and determine if we have those items already added into the pot. So here let's add a function, notify dropped ingredient. Okay, and these are names. These are names. So I'll, yeah, notify dropped ingredient. So here as an input I'll add a name. Let's call it ingredient or just item name, whatever you like. And then here let's have a drop items. Let's have an array of all the dropped items. So the name, I'll make it an array, and then let's add whatever this item that we drop here into this array. And then we do need to refresh the list of we need to refresh this list. So maybe we should promote the part where we initialize this list, this part, to a function so that we can reuse this part. But this initialize recipe, this is what we do initially. So maybe here we need to clear all the dropped items. It wouldn't matter for now, but later on this will matter. And this part, let's this to update ingredients list. So this would recipe data is a variable which can be accessed from here. Ingredient list, we need to promote this as a local variable. Oh, yeah, create local variable. Okay, this is not required. All right, and then to show that added to state of whatever this item, to show that this particular item is already added or not in the list. So let's add a new pin here. This part I'll move here, and here I'll add a select. So if this item, if this element is already present in this dropped item, we can do it by checking contains. That means this ingredient is added. So if this is true, space, I'll add added. Otherwise we don't need to add anything. Okay, and then here I can simply call what's update ingredients list. Okay, now we need to call this too. That should be done from here. Yeah, here we have the name. We can access the name from the item data. So also we should have a reference to the recipe. Yeah, modify dropped ingredient. This is a text, this is a name. It's not directly, can be casted directly. So to name, screen to name. Yeah, this one. Okay. Now let's see. Chicken. See, chicken added. Potato. Potato added. Now ideally there should be something to show that ready to cook or something. So before we do that, I want to make this added part, it should appear in green, so it's more clear. It's good for the UI experience, UX. So to do that, here, let's replace this with rich text. I replace it directly. Okay, that's fine. See the references, we only have it here. Okay, that's not too bad. So it should be easy to replace. Here I'll add a rich text block. This, I'll call it rich text ingredients list. Okay, now here we need a text style set. What happens if I type anything? Nothing shows up. Okay, so let's create a style set. So we need a data table for that. We can put it here. VT rich text set. So here we need to choose this rich text style row. Okay. Now here we are using, what's the function? This function. So I'll just copy this entire section and can open this data table and add the default row as the font. I'll just paste, so we got all the properties that we had before, and the color too. Let me copy the color. Okay, now if I type something here, we need to compile to see that. See, so it appears properly. So if you need something, let's say for example added part, if I need to show added in green, let's duplicate this row. I'll call it green. Here I'll just change this color to green. Then so this go here in gradient. So if I need to show something in green, we need to use this notation. That, oh, didn't work. Why? Oh, actually I have selected, I have changed this. It's not what I need to change. Yeah, see, now it's green. Okay, so now let's use this in place of this, in place of the regular text. Comma space, fresh text, ingredients list. This part. Do I have any external references to this? I hope not. I tried not to make any external references to inside elements in blueprints, but let's just check to be sure. Good. So that should be good, but here we need to add the limitation to make sure that part appears in green. Okay, now let's see. Oh, ingredient. That is also there because I didn't delete this yet. Right, now it's gone. Okay, now let's see. Potato added. See, it appears in green. And chicken added. Okay, cool. Now both are added. So now we need to show a button or something to show that all the items are in, so it's ready to cook. Should we use a button for that? Maybe, but I don't think we should allow user to just press that button and start cooking, but that's also fine, I think. So yeah, let's just make it a button. So add a button. And a text. Let's use the same font. Paste. I'll make this background. The web text. Now this also should be the same color. Let's use the same green. Now this text does not look good. So, oh wait, the text color. Okay, this color is good. Five. And let's just say ready.cook. And I'm ready state. Wow. Button ready. And I'll make this hidden by default or collapsed. And once all the items are in, I'll make it visible. But how do we do that? Here, let's add a new variable. All items added. This should be a boolean, not an array, just a single boolean. And then I'll make it true by default. And here I'll set all items added with the end of this and the previous value of this. So by default it's true, but if any of the items are missing, then this would become false. And at the end, if all items added, let's have a branch, is true, well, no need to have a branch. Here, let's get the button ready. Set visibility. Select based on this. If it is true, visible. If it is false, collapsed. Alright, now let's see. By default, we don't have the button. Now let's add. First, let's add potato, added, and the chicken, added. See, ready to cook. Nice. Alright, so I think I'm going to stop this episode right here. So next time, let's think of a way to, if we add some wrong ingredient here, how to show that here and show something like maybe reset or restart cooking. Oh wait, I noticed a bug. So this should only appear if I release it here. When the arrow is green, but if I drop here, this still appears. That's wrong. So actually we can, yeah, we should be able to fix it here. So here, let's promote this to a variable ready to drop. By default, this should be false. Then on item released, here this should be dragging, and the rest should happen only if there is something ready to drop. So Button should disappear anyway. That the branch ready to drop. This should also work regardless. One over here. And yeah, we need to set the ready to drop to false. Let's see, drop it. Okay, let's check now. Yeah, see, I can't drop anywhere I need. I have to move it here. Great. Okay, so thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for download here in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And do let me know if you have any questions in the comments. See you in another episode. Goodbye. Hello everyone. So in this episode of the cooking tutorial series, this is what we are going to do. Now here on the right side, you can see the recipe and the ingredients list. So if I drag and drop a potato, you see now potato added. So the system detected that we have added a potato into the pot. And if I drag and drop, I don't want to drop an apple because that's not a part of the recipe. Let's drag and drop chicken. See, now chicken added, and here this button appears that says ready to cook. So this is what we are going to work on today. And also we are going to fix a bug here. Previously, even if I just drop it here, the potato appears here and dropped into the pot. But now I have fixed that. I need to make sure that I am moving in it here before dropping the item. Only then we can drop something into the pot. So yeah, these are the things we are going to work on today. And before we get started, let me remind you that here is the full playlist. I'll leave the link in description. And also in my Patreon page, you can you can download the project files of this project. And not just this project, once you become a member, you can access all thousands of project files I have shared for each tutorial I have covered in my channel. So feel free to check it out. I'll leave the link in description below. And now let's get started with today's episode.